Robert demonstrating normalization in database. To get the PDF, click the link under the video's description and let us work together. We'll create CMC database and break the large table into two separate tables, table vehicle and table buyer respectively. To get buyer's table, we need buyer name, buyer address, buyer town, and buyer number. And therefore we will have a list of 8 buyers, B001 up to B008. Therefore, I will design the structure of my table, setting the most appropriate data types and also the field sizes as shown in this video. I also create vehicles tables consisting of vehicle registration number, vehicle type, make, price, and amount paid, and also the buyer number. Actually, the buyer number will be used as a linking field or the foreign key, and this is what I'm going to do in the following steps. For the other part, we are required to enforce referential integrity for the tables, and we have already done so when we are linking the table using lookup wizard. In case you have not done so, go to database tools and add the tables, database tools and add the tables and link them. Ensure that you enable the referential integrity. Mine are already linked, and in case I want to edit the tables, I will just click the link, right click and choose the most appropriate option. Once we link the tables and they are ready, we can now create input screens or forms to enable us to enter data easily and faster in the tables, and this is how I'll do it using form design. From form design tab under controls, I will use label control to design the title or heading of my form. Again, under form design, I'll go to add existing fields and click, and I'll see the tables and double click each field from the table which I want and add them in the form. Selecting them will enable me to move them maybe downward to create room for the heading or to show the difference between the heading. I can use the down arrow to move the selected forms. You can use the keyboard arrows to move the controls to your desired place. Again, I'm going to use the button controls to add functionalities of the form, such as post record, delete record, and maybe exit, as shown in the following steps. I want to have my form floating on the screen, and therefore I'm going to click outside the form and under others pop up yes. Now after the design, this is our output, our outcome. Now design the buyer's details form even to appear better than this one, following the same steps. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to use the forms in order to enter data in a computer, and during the process I'll be making some errors so that I may show you how to correct the errors in case you make them. I think I will need to modify my forms to have a button to allow me to enter a new record after posting, and therefore I'm going to redesign the form again. After adding 2 more buttons in vehicle details form, that is add new and exit, I'm going to feed data in the same form. Upon completion of feeding the data, I'm going to adjust the field sizes of the field width of the table so that I may correct the error which you have seen here, the hash sign. Now I'm required to create a report showing details of buyers who have cleared paying the vehicle. This means that I'll create a query to help me to find the balances for each buyer and then filter to get those whose balances is equal to 0, and that is what I'm going to do in the next steps. To get balance, we are supposed to subtract vehicle price and amount paid. Now if you can see my balances, you'll see negative results, and that means there was an error in my data entry, and after correcting the errors, the negative numbers will be eliminated. To correct the errors, I need to open the tables which form the queries. I can't correct them from the queries direct. Once the error is corrected, you'll find that some buyer's balance is 0, and therefore opening the query design under criteria, in balance I'm going to type is equals to 0 and run, and I'll get 3 buyers only, 4 buyers. So I will use this query of the 4 buyers to create the required report. The next question is to create a report displaying the total amount paid by the customers to the CMC company, and therefore this is how I'm going to create it. Remember that the total should be displayed at the bottom of the report, and therefore I'll go to report design and modify how it looks like. So if I insert a text box under the page footer and label it as can call it totals or grand totals, I am supposed to click the unbound and go to it should be property sheet, and under data click more options and type the formula that is the sum of the totals, sum and amount paid. And after running it, you'll find that the sum is displayed at the end of every page, which is not right. We want it to be displayed at the end of the report. That means I am supposed to type the formula and at the report footer. The next task is to create a query which shows the vehicle details whose balances are less than 500,000 but not less than 300,000, and name it as query mid balance. So first I'll find the balances and apply a criteria under balance which can filter the balances which are between 500,000 and 300,000. And what remains is to print them. Otherwise, subscribe if this is your first time. Thank you for watching.